Hello class, Mr. Cooper here. We are in Module 3, Lesson 13, problem set, so let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, so this is going to be a quick lesson today. We're not going to go through the whole problem set. We're just going to take a quick look and practice doing some of this. So let's read what number 1 says. Are the following expressions greater than or less than 1? Circle the correct answer. So what it's asking for us to do is to kind of just look and think about, just based off of what we see without having to solve anything, if we think that the answer is going to be greater than 1 or less than 1. And so the best way to think about this, well, I'll just start explaining number 1 and we'll go from there. So let's look at number 1. 1/2 plus 2/7. 1/2 plus 2/7. So I know halves are really easy for me to think about when I am doing addition. So let's look right here. Let's say I got, here's 1 whole, and I got it cut in half. So I know that there are how many halves in a whole? Well, I got 1, 2. So I need 2 halves to equal something that's 1. And so right here, I know that I've got 1/2. So I could go ahead and just shade that in, starting with. But now I'm going to look at this 2/7, and I have to think, is 2/7 less than half or more than 1/2? Is it equivalent to less than or more than 1/2? Because the answer to that is going to determine whether I think it's greater than 1 or less than 1. So let's think. The best way to figure out if a fraction is less than half is to times this top number by 2. So 2 times 2 equals 4. Is 4 less than 7? Yes, it is. Right? And so I know that 2/7 is less than 1/2. Now, if my number was bigger than 7, I would know that my number is more than 1. Right? So 2 times 2 tells me that it's 4, and 4 is less than 7. So I don't know exactly how this would translate to halves, but I do know that it is less than 1/2. And so if it's less than 1/2, right, it's not going to be more than 1. It's going to be less than 1. Okay? So let's look at a couple up here. Let me show what I mean. 3/4. About 1/3. How about 5/11. So 3/4. If I times 3 by 2, that's going to give me 6/4. So 6 is bigger than 4, right? So I know that 3/4 is not less than half, because when I times 3 by 2, it gives me a bigger number. What about 1/3? 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 is less than 3. So I know that 1/3 is less than 1/2. Let's try 5/11. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 is less than 11, so I know that 5/11 is less than 1/2. Right? And so that's going to be that doesn't tell me everything I need to know, but it's going to start getting me into the correct ballpark. So let's come down here and let's look at 5/8 and 3/5. So neither one of these numbers by themselves are greater than 1, right? 5/8 is less than 1. 3/5 is less than 1. But I don't know if I add them together if it's going to give me more than 1. So let's try our little rule. 5/8. 5 times 2 is 10. 10/8. So that's going to be, this right here is more than 1/2. Okay? 5/8 is more than 1/2. For those of you that remember your fractions really well, you know that 4/8 is exactly 1/2. So 5/8 is more than 1/2. Let's look at 3/5. 3 times 2 is 6. 6/5. Now that's going to be more than 1/2 as well. So I have two fractions that are both more than 1/2. And so if I have two that are more than 1/2, I know that it's going to be greater than 1, right? Because 1 is exactly 2/2. And this is not exactly 2/2. It's two that are more than 1/2. My answer is going to be greater than 1. So I want you to think about C and let's just look at C. 1 1/4 minus 1/3. Now it's doing something a little bit different. It's subtracting, right? And so we have to ask ourselves, well, 1 1/4 minus 1/3. Let's look at the 1/4 minus 1/3. And it's going to ask us if it's greater than 1 or less than 1, same as before. 1/4 minus 1/3. I basically have to ask myself, is 1/3 bigger than 1/4? Because if yes, it's going to make this all less than 1. Right? Because it's going to take away all of the change of this 1 and some more of that 1 until it's less than 1. Now, how do I decide whether 1/4 is bigger than 1/3? Well, let's think about a pizza. Let's think about a couple pizzas. Let's move this over. Let me pick a shape. There we go. All right, we got one pizza, and we got another pizza. Let's just pretend that they're the same size. Now, if I have a pizza cut into fourths, and then I have a pizza cut into thirds. That's not a perfect third, but you get the idea. So we're looking at 1/4 and 1/3. Well, this is 1/4 of a pizza, and this is 1/3 of a pizza. Which one of these is bigger? The third is a bigger piece, right? So I know that 1/3 is bigger than 1/4. And so that is telling me that this is going to take away more from that number. So this is going to be less than 1. Go ahead and try to do D by yourself. Pause the video, and then I'll explain in just a second. I'll explain in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we have 3 5/8, and then we have minus 2 5/9. So is this going to be greater than 1 or less than 1? Well, I basically have to ask myself, I know 3 minus 2 equals 1. And so I have to really look at these fractions to tell me whether it's going to be less than 1 or greater than 1. Because if this fraction is more than this fraction, it's going to be less than 1. And if this fraction is less than this fraction, it's going to be greater than 1. And so what's a good way for me to figure that out? Well, I can think back to my idea of the pizzas that I did up here, because these numerators up top are the same. So if I had a pizza cut into 8 slices, 8 equal pieces, and I had 5 of them, and I had a pizza cut into 9 equal pieces, and I had 5 of those, which one would be more pizza? Well, remember, the bigger the number on the bottom is, the smaller our pizza slices are getting. Right? I'll say that again. The bigger our number on the bottom is, the smaller the slices are. Right? Because I have more of them. If I cut a pizza into 100 equal pieces, those are going to be very, 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 very small pieces. Right? Even though 100 is a very big number. And since I have the same amount of slices from each one, I can know that whatever is the bigger slice of pizza is going to be the bigger number. So I know that 5 slices of 8 equal pieces is going to be bigger than 5 slices of 9 equal pieces. So this number is bigger, which means this is not going to be more, which means that my answer is going to be greater than 1. Okay. So, at this time, I want you to solve these any way that you can. Greater than half or less than half. And so you can use reasoning, and if you're able to explain how you knew, that's fine. Or if you want to just go ahead and solve these and tell me what the answer is, if the answer is greater than half or less than half, either one is fine. So I'm not going to make you reason. If you can show me your work, that works too. Go ahead and try to do A, B, C, and D, and I'll have the answers pop up in 3, 2, 1. So I got greater than, less than, and greater than. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. It's the last little section that we're going to do. Let's look at these. I'm going to do A for you, and then you're going to try to do B, C, or D. So I'm going to just look. I'm just going to reason about this. Now, like I said, if you want to do all of the math for each one of these down, that's fine. But I'm going to reason these out. So let's look. 5 2/3 plus 3 3/4. Is that less than, greater than, or equal to 8 2/3? Well, I know that. Let's highlight. I know that 5 plus 3 is going to be equal to 8. So I've already got my 8. And then I know that 8 plus 2/3 would give me 8 2/3. And so right here, with just this part, I've already equaled 8 2/3, but I still have left over. This is 3/4 more than 8 2/3, and so I can say that 5 2/3 plus 3 3/4 is greater than 8 2/3. Okay, so let's look at these. I want you to try to do B, C, and D by yourself, and I'll have the answers pop up in 3, 2, 1. Okay, here are our answers. We got less than, equal to, and less than. Kiss your brain if you got them right. If you didn't get them right and you're not sure on how that worked out, go ahead and pause the video and come and talk to Mr. Cooper. Otherwise, do whatever I have for you on the board, and we will do the exit ticket together near the end of the class.